My wife's midnight phone call exposed a family secret that made our entire marriage feel different. Who is Daniel? The question came out before I could stop myself. My wife went completely pale. It was 12:47 a.m., and her phone had been vibrating non-stop on the kitchen counter. She had fallen asleep on the couch. The caller ID simply said, Daniel, 3 missed calls, then a text. Please tell me you're finally going to tell him. I shouldn't have looked. I know that. But after 11 years of marriage, I had never heard that name once. My wife grabbed the phone from my hand. Why were you reading my messages? Who is Daniel? She didn't answer. That silence scared me more than any explanation could have. For the next 2 days, she barely spoke to me. Every answer felt rehearsed. Every conversation ended with, it's complicated. I started imagining affairs, secret relationships, a second life. The worst possibilities seemed more believable than her refusal to explain. Then things escalated. On Friday evening, a man appeared outside our house. Mid-40s, dark jacket, nervous expression. My wife saw him through the window and immediately started crying. Please don't come outside, she told me. Naturally, I followed her anyway. The man looked directly at me. You don't know who I am, do you? No. His face tightened. I figured. My wife buried her face in her hands. That was when the first revelation hit. Daniel wasn't her lover. He was her brother. At least, that's what she said. I laughed because it sounded ridiculous. I had attended family holidays for over a decade. Birthdays, funerals, Christmas dinners. How could someone have a secret brother? Then Daniel explained. Their mother had given birth to him at 17 and placed him for adoption. Nobody in the family talked about it. Not even my wife's father knew. For years, Daniel had quietly respected their wishes and stayed away. Recently, their mother became seriously ill. She finally wanted contact. I felt relieved, embarrassed even. I had spent days imagining betrayal when the truth was heartbreaking enough on its own. But the story wasn't over. A week later, Daniel asked to meet me alone. We sat in a diner off Highway 8. He looked exhausted. I didn't call because of our mother, he said. What do you mean? Then came the second revelation. He slid a folder across the table. Inside were adoption records, DNA reports, letters. My hands started shaking. The documents suggested my wife had known about him since she was 14. Not recently, not a few years ago, nearly her entire life. The secret wasn't that she had a brother. The secret was that she had spent years pretending he didn't exist. When I confronted her, she didn't deny it. I was afraid, she admitted. Of what? Of what it would do to my family. Which family? She never answered that question. Her mother passed away 3 months later. Daniel attended the funeral. So did we. People whispered. People cried. Family photos were taken. For the first time, Daniel stood in one of them. Sometimes I look at that picture. Everyone is smiling. Yet all I can think about is how many years it took for someone to finally be allowed into a family he had belonged to the entire time.